Hi, welcome back. Okay, in this video we're going to talk about what are specifically some of the jobs that a managerial accountant would perform. If you were going to go to LinkedIn or Indeed or any Glassdoor, any of those job search things, like what would you type in if you were looking for managerial accounting type jobs? You probably wouldn't just type in managerial accountant. There's a couple things. First, and probably most common, is financial planning and analysis, FP&A. So these are the people who are really in charge of managerial accounting for an organization. So they're going to do the budgeting. That's a huge part of their job. When we get to Module 9, if you find that you dig the budgeting, FP&A may be a job for you. They do, beyond the budgeting, they do sales forecasts, which is a little more near term than a budget cycle. They may work with the heads of different departments to help them understand what's going on. They're going to look for anomalies. They might call you up and go, hey, I noticed your travel expense was really high last month. And you can go, oh, yeah, that's okay. Or, oh, no, that doesn't make sense. Another thing they do, if you remember, if you took 301 with me or someone else who did this and you did the financial statement analysis project, if you remember, you looked up the management discussion and analysis portion of the 10K. Most of that is written by the people in FP&A. And you're like, that's weird, that's external reporting. And the actual financial statements and the notes to the financial statements, those are all written by the external reporting people. But the management discussion and analysis section is, for the most part, written by the financial planning and analysis folks. So if you dig any of that, you may have found your dream job. Product accountants. So a lot of times, each main product line will have their own set of accountants. Sometimes they're part of FP&A, sometimes they're not. So for Nike, footwear may have its own set of managerial accountants versus activewear versus, what else does Nike sell? I think they sell golf balls and other kinds of sports equipment, right? And those are all going to be tracked separately. Because if I am the head of footwear, I don't care what apparel's doing. I want to know what's going on in my department with my product. All right, a plant controller. So we are going to spend the first while of this course talking about a manufacturing environment. And so a manufacturing facility is also often called a plant. You're going to have a plant manager, and you're going to have a plant controller, and the plant controller is going to have all sorts of people underneath them, probably purchasing, just regular accountants, but they're all going to be just tracking the accounting within the plant. Okay, sales support. So you have to have someone who writes the commission plans, someone who calculates the commissions, someone who reviews the contracts to let you know. We have actually, at Oracle, when I worked there, we had a group that their sole job was to review contracts and see if we were going to be able to recognize the revenue up front. A lot of people have those, but these are all kind of sales support type roles, all right? If you, before we jump into like I said, we're gonna be talking about a manufacturing environment for the first, few weeks, 4 or 5 weeks of this class. If you've never been in a manufacturing facility, there are some YouTube videos you can watch. You can just search manufacturing facility. That'll give you a nice little tour. But what I would really recommend, and this is in the syllabus, is to pick up a copy of The Goal by Eliyahu Goldratt. This is a business novel, which means it's not dry. It's a novel, it's got a story, a plot, there's characters. So it's a quicker read than something dry, but it takes place in a manufacturing facility, and they're going to talk about a lot of the things we're going to talk about in this class. So if you do better with regular movies versus documentaries, you may like the novel approach to learning some of these things. All right, where do you get The Goal? You can get it on Amazon. Looks like it's running about $18, 18 or 19 bucks. I also noticed they have a graphic novel version of The Goal. So if you're into graphic novels, get the graphic novel version. I haven't looked at it. I don't know if it's any good or not, but you tell me. If you are either anti-Amazon or if you just want to support your local booksellers, the Underground Bookstore is part of St. Hope in Oak Park. So they're right here in Sacramento. It is a Black-owned business. And so if you're feeling like that's what you want to support, you can get it there for $25 from their online store and they will ship it to you, okay? Wherever your favorite place to buy books is from. Maybe you want an online version from whatever reading platform you're using. All right, but take a look at that, and I'm going to let you go, and we're going to keep going through this module and talking about managerial accounting. All right, see you in the next one.